The focus was keeping African states engaged with the International Criminal Court. As expected, the debate was vibrant.
The Security Council should have nothing to do with that because of the hypocrisy. Some of the members have contempt for the ICC by refusing to ratify the Rome Statute. How can you then gather in America and say, oh, go and arrest Gaddafi or go and arrest that one when you do not believe in the Rome Statute?
What has changed is that there are now 124 member states. What has changed is that some African states have actively used the ICC in their own interests, in referring their own countries to the ICC.
We should celebrate the progress made, but in celebrating the progress made, never forget and sit back to understand that there is a shrinking space for human rights today, either because of the war against terror or because of many, many other reasons.
The debate is a never-ending one and especially made complicated by the African Union's agreement not to cooperate with the court. Many of these African states are signatories to the Rome Statute, but some claim there is an uncomfortable focus on African leaders.
There's going to be an African push for an African court as being an African solution to African problems. We've seen that push already. African solutions to African problems. It's a solution, immunity, for an African problem, a problem felt by leaders, African leaders. It's not a solution dreamt up or progressed by African victims of these problems. It is a solution that is pushed hard through the AU and through its lawyers. It's a solution for elites.
The case of South Africa and the Sudanese president, the Kenyan leaders and post-election violence are still throwing up issues that still need to be thrashed out and probably imbibed.
The issue of the relationship between Africa and the International Criminal Court has generated a lot of controversy because there has been a feeling that the International Criminal Court is basically an anti-African court, and that has created a bit of resentment with African governments. And so it's important to try and clarify what exactly the role of the court is and how it's functioning in Africa.
What we are taking home from this conference is to mobilize the Nigerian people, particularly victims of crimes against humanity, to appreciate that there is a forum that can be approached for justice.
The African Group for Justice and Accountability was established late last year to support efforts to strengthen justice and accountability on the continent. From Cape Town, South Africa, Betty Dibia, Channels Television News.